Thank you. Good morning.
Morning.
My name is Tom Wirth. I wish to speak about a public service I feel does not exist for private citizens. It is not provided. When private citizens complain about a bad business practice, they are not heard. I live in Oakland County, Rose Township, next door to a residential house owned by Mary Gabrielle, owner-operator of Chint DRs. In 2008, Mary Gabrielle began a large-scale animal operation next door in her house. She had many dogs, horses, goats, poultry. Occasionally, a number of those horses and dogs were in my yard. I noticed all of the dogs that I seen were filthy, matted, and had a very strong odor. The strong odor from just one dog that came to my door would penetrate my house. Many other residents saw her loose dogs, horses, and etc. Beyond my property, one even wrote a letter to Rose Township about the condition of the dog, filthy, matted, and stinky. Mary's residence began to stink so bad, the pungent odor from this house I could detect a half a mile away. In order to keep people from her stinky residence, she began doing transactions at the street, also using my driveway. The barking of the large number of dogs was so loud, and my house is about 150 feet away, but yet, several times between 12 midnight and 1 a.m., I was awakened by the barking. How many dogs were there? Let me give you an example. Mary Gabrielle received a violation ticket in September 09, approximately September 09, for having more than 3 dogs in her house without a kennel license. Approximately 6 months later, she boldly stood up in court and said that she had 60 still there. The violation was for 3 dogs, not to have more than 3 dogs. I wonder if anybody in this room has filed a speeding ticket that way. Seeking relief, many times I contacted Oakland County Animal Control by phone and at their Brown Road address. When visiting Brown Road, it was obvious I was not welcome there. Then when attempting to stop and talk to Oakland County Animal Control vehicles that left her property, they would not talk to me. Upon researching my complaints, I could only find a very limited few. 2 of them, which I will talk to you about. My complaints about loose dogs. It was settled without even talking to me. Just as a neighborhood dispute. No discussion with me. I believe that even a child knows that with a large number of dogs and a very poor fencing equals loose dogs, and at time, and all other residents knew. My complaint for shelter for animals. Wow. Phone complaint entered at 12:31 p.m. Closed at 12:33. 2 minutes. Closed.
Sir, do you want to kind of try to wrap it up very soon? Thank you.
Many months near my home, in my driveway on a hill, I watched Mary Gabrielle's in her yard. She observed a wire cage that she put there as a solitary confinement for 1 horse at a time. The cage and the confined horse was there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, in all weather elements. Some of the horses that received this torture I never saw again. But yet my complaint was closed in 2 minutes. For months and months I saw this. I realized these actions were years ago. I definitely realized that. But no one has ever talked to me from animal control about my complaints. And I believe it's time for a change. I believe there's a multitude of recent complaints that are going through the same procedures. And everyone deserves a fair and complete investigation of the complaints. And most recently, Mary Gabrielle even boasted that Oakland County Animal Control approved of her deplorable actions.
We're going to have to move on.
Thank you. That's it. Any more information, feel free to contact me.
Thank you very much.
Or any questions.
Thank you very much for your comments. Next.